Okay, this is a very short video about the 454B. We're gonna be talking about the A2L or 454B. This is what they call a mitigation relay. You can call it a relay or a mitigation system in case there's a leak in with that kind of refrigerant. Basically what they have here, if you can see here, is the thermostat. They have the furnace or air handler, and here they have the leak dissipation board. This is basically the same thing as a mitigation. That's how train call it. Sometimes they call it dissipation. And this is the air conditioning outside. In this case, they're showing a two-stage, but it can be a single stage. All they doing is that when you send a signal from the thermostat, let's say the G, you see the connection here, this is a field connection. So when you put the fan on, it's gonna send this thermostat, is gonna send the signal to the board or dissipation board or whatever. So it's gonna be from the G to the G in, green in, that's the in. And it's not gonna get to the relay unless it goes to the G out. So this is your connection here. Is gonna come from here to here, and from here to here, and from here to here. That's the reason why you have two green wires. Let's look at the yellow. The thermostat sends a signal from the yellow. This is your connection here to the air handler, to the Y1, which is the cooling. So this is gonna go from here to see what it says yellow in on this board. We already say that it has to go here first, Y in, and if everything is fine, look at the bottom here, white out. And then from there is going to come to this connection. This is a field connection right here. You see the Y1. This here is the condensing unit outside. It says two stage, but it can be single stage. Like the AC outside, the only way that this contactor, this is the contactor right here, is going to get energized. You already have the common here. The common is already, you always have power on the common. The only way the power is going to come to the Y1 is, as we say before, Y1 sends a signal here to the air handler. From the air handler it goes to Y in, which is the regular yellow. Then the Y in, it has to go to the Y out. In order you follow this here, that's the only way the condenser is going to energize. So everything, if this is not here, if this dissipation board or mitigation board, however you want to call it, if this is not here, this will be like a regular, like G to G, W to W, Y to yellow. But in this case, this is in between. So if there's no problem, it's going to activate the outside. But if there's a problem like a leak, this is going to cut out. This is going to cut out the signal to the condensing unit outside. Let's look at the W. This is the heat. The thermostat calls for heat, so it sends a signal to the W in. As we say before, is basically the same thing as a yellow, but this is the white, which is the heat. Y in, and then if everything is fine, it's going to be going to W out. I'm sorry, this is W in, is going to be going to W out. And when it goes back, it's going to energize the heat. This is the heat relay or heat sequencer right here. So the only way that the W is going to send a signal a signal for the heat to energize is to make sure that there's no problem, that there's no leak, because you don't want to run the heat if there's a leak on the system. Now, what happens if there's ever a leak, which is probably going to happen? If there's a leak, what's going to happen is that the unit is going to send a signal to G, from G to G, and the blower is going to be running all the time. That's the complaint that we've been having, that we installed units and the fan is running. Why is it running? Because it thinks that there's a leak. It may be a leak, but it's not possible that all the units are coming with leaks. Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. So there was a reason why the blower was like running, and it never shut off. It keep on running and running and running and running. So once we find out what was the issue, then we proceed and we took care of it. What we find out is there was like a wire that was missing, but basically what we did is, once everything is fine, the blower only gonna run when you call for fan on. It's never gonna run unless there's a leak. Thank you very much. I hope this helped. This is a 454B system, A2L system. This is the new systems. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful day.